my beauties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I've put together a super duper affordable beginner's makeup kit for you guys from the drugstore, and I have some of my most favorite products right here. Now I have done this video in the past, but that was a long time ago, about a year and a half ago, so I wanted to do an updated version where I can show you some more newer favorites of mine, because drugstore has some incredible products. There are some amazing options to choose from, and I have my favorites and some of the most affordable options for you right here. Not just that, this makeup look that you see on me today, everything from base to foundation to eyeliner, everything is drugstore, and out of all the products that I have here for you guys. Now if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you've also hit the notification bell. Do also follow me on my Instagram account, and now without further ado, let's dive right into this video. Starting off with the first product, you need a base before your foundation, so we will be talking about a primer first. Now personally, I've moved away from primers. I am a lot into facial oils these days, in fact since the past couple of months. But there is one primer from the drugstore that I feel I still can use, and this is the Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Makeup Primer. It really blurs out your pores, helps your makeup sit for a fairly long time. It really makes the foundation sit really well. If you are someone who's very oily skin and you need a primer because your foundation tends to separate after a while or doesn't sit really well, this is the kind of primer which is affordable from the drugstore and does the job really well. Moving on, you would need a good foundation, and from the drugstore there is one cult favorite which I think anyone who's new to makeup definitely should try. Even people who are makeup experts love this foundation, and I personally have used so many bottles of this. It's such an affordable, such a beautiful foundation. What I'm referring to is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. This, you guys, is a foundation that I feel is going to work on any and every skin. I'm in the shade 128 Warm Nude. This is the perfect shade for me. I'm wearing this with a mix of another foundation that I'm going to show you. Now this comes in two sizes. I have both the sizes and I've run out of both of these. I have very little left in this one, and this is an empty. Excellent foundation, sits really well. However, this is medium coverage, so if you are someone like me who likes a medium coverage foundation where your skin shows through, then this is the foundation you have. But if you are someone who wants a full coverage foundation from the drugstore, affordable one at that, then I would highly recommend the Maybelline SUPERSTAY foundation. Now this is a foundation which is full coverage, guys. You can get a very good coverage with this one. You can hide your scars, any sort of scars, especially the acne scars. This is the foundation to go for. Today I mixed very little of this and mostly the Maybelline Fit Me and applied on my face. I feel it gives me a very flawless kind of a base. Sits really well and doesn't crack, doesn't cake on the skin. Again, meant for most skin types. If you're dry skin, just make sure you hydrate your skin really well. Now I've done a full video on foundations, affordable drugstore foundations. I'm going to link that video right here in case you want more options. Now to buff out your foundation, you need a good beauty sponge. At least I love using sponges. I will be doing a video on brushes, makeup brushes, because that can be a separate video in itself. That's why I don't have any brushes here, but I do have a foundation applicator. This is a beauty sponge, a makeup sponge from the brand Blue Heaven. This is so affordable, guys. It's 150 rupees, does the job so well. Has a flat end on one side and pointed on the other. You can buff your foundation from the flat end, the pointed edge for the concealer. Love this beauty blender. It's nice. It does the job really well. It doesn't absorb a lot of product either, and like I said, super duper affordable. Now moving on to concealers, I have two concealer options for you. If you haven't seen my previous video, I'm going to link it right above here. The Fit Me concealer is what I showed in that video, and that is a very good concealer from the drugstore, does the job really well, and I still use it. In this video, I have two new concealers, two of my new favorites that I have been using constantly for the past couple of months. The first one is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige. No surprises because this is a concealer that a lot of people love simply because this has a beautiful color. The pure beige is for someone who has dark circles like me, and if you want to hide the dark circles, if you just want to camouflage the dark area around your eyes, this does the job really well. However, it's lightweight. I wouldn't say it's a heavy duty concealer, but it does the job of covering the dark circles really well. Now what I'm wearing is, in addition to the LA Girl, is this one right here. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is basically a highlighting concealer for me, also because of the shade, and this sits really well underneath this area of my eye. So where I have that sort of a depression, I would just apply a little bit of this, buff it out. It's going to give me that lifted, brightened sort of an effect. Needless to say, both the concealers are super duper affordable, and this one particularly is in the shade light medium beige. Now moving on to my favorite things these days. So I have been loving eyeshadows for some reason. For the past couple of months, I've been creating different eyeshadow looks. I've picked up a couple of new palettes as well. So I have done a full video on my top 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to link that video here for you guys. But there are two eyeshadow palettes that I personally love from the drugstore. The first one is the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air. This is such a stunning palette, you guys. Has beautiful selection of colors. You can create some amazing looks with this, and let me open it and close up for you guys. Has a beautiful transition shade right here, has a burgundy, there are browns, there are highlighting shades as well. Overall, I feel a great palette, and this is actually for 499 rupees, but this is always available on sale. In fact, I picked up mine also for about 375 or 400 rupees. The next palette that I love a lot, and this actually has grown on me the first time I used it. I liked it, but I didn't love it, but now I absolutely adore and love this palette. This is the Nykaa Eyes on Me eyeshadow palette. Has 10 eyeshadows in one palette, and now this is something which is very portable as well. I'm going to show you the colors in here. Now I personally love peachy tones quite a lot, and this one right here has all the right peaches. There are some beautiful glitters and super duper pigmented, you guys. Now this eyeshadow palette comes with a sponge applicator which is dual ended. You can use this to apply glitters, works fairly well in the inner corner and also on top of your lids. Other than that, talking about the eyeshadow palette, this does have kickback in the palette, the eyeshadows, but again from the drugstore is very affordable. However, there's no fallout, or at least very minimal fallout on the face. I created this look solely with this eyeshadow palette. And honestly, I've created so many looks. In my last video, I was wearing a peachy sort of a look again because I love peach looks, and I created from this very palette. So this, I feel, is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. You can take your pick between either of these. Both of these are great. This has a little bit less fallout, but definitely a lot of kickback in the pan as well, which I feel is the case with a lot of drugstore palettes. But overall, the way the color payoff you see on my lids is really nice. The fallout is very less, so the kickback in the eyeshadow palette doesn't really bother me. So you can take your pick. Now I'm going to talk about some of the face products from the drugstore, and for bronzer I don't have many options for you because this one bronzer is my most favorite from the drugstore. Again, it's very affordable and you see me wearing this in a lot of my videos. This is the Wet n Wild bronzer in the shade What Shady Beaches. This is a perfect bronzing shade and also a contouring shade, and this is the one that I'm wearing today. If you see, it gives you that beautiful warmth onto the skin. That's what I like about bronzers. Now if I go heavy-handed with this, I can definitely contour with this one as well. So this, in my opinion, is hands down one of the best bronzers out of all the ones that I've used from the drugstore, and also very affordable. For blush, I have two options for you. Both of these are my most favorite blushes, and not just blushes from the drugstore, but just generally. I love them. I love the color payoff, and I love the way they sit on the skin. They are very long lasting. The first one is the Wet n Wild color icon blush in the shade Pearlescent Pink. Now this does have some sort of glitter specks, if you can see, in the pan, but they don't transfer that much on the skin. So you will see a very slight sheen but not a lot of glitter. Beautiful color, works really well. So I'm wearing a combination of both the blushes. The second one is the Maybelline Fit Me blush, and this is in the shade 25. This is a matte blush. Gorgeous, gorgeous color, you guys. I love this so very much. It's a beautiful matte kind of a blush, and it gives you a beautiful color payoff. One of my favorite blushes of all time. So what I do is, at least that's what I've done today, I put the Pearlescent Pink, the Wet n Wild one, as the base, and then on my cheeks, on the apples of my cheeks, I went in with this one. And with this, you can go even heavy-handed. And if you are a little bit of a deeper skin tone than me, this is going to show up a lot better on your skin. Moving on to my most favorite makeup product ever, and that is a highlighter. Now, I love a good highlighter because I love the way it gives you that beautiful glow on the skin. There are two highlighters from the drugstore that I practically cannot do without, and they are always they are the ones that I actually am wearing all the time, literally, in my videos. The first one is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter. Now, this is in the shade Precious Petals. What a beautiful golden colored highlighter, guys. Sits so very beautifully on the skin. This is the one I'm wearing. Gives you a gorgeous, gorgeous glow. Let me swatch this for you. It's a beautiful sort of a highlighter. Has a very, very good pigmentation to it, and it's not powdery at all. And if you are my skin, specifically my skin tone, even a little bit deeper, it's going to show up so well on your skin, and it's going to look super duper natural. Doesn't have any chunky glitters. There is no powderiness to this highlighter in particular. Love this product. The second highlighter, also one of my favorites, and this is a lot more punchier than the Wet n Wild. If you like a lot of glow like me, this is the one you definitely need to have, guys. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter, and I'm in the shade Molten Rose Gold. Look at that gorgeous rose gold color. The lid for me is broken, but let me swatch this one for you. It's so beautiful, and it's so very punchy. It's really, really a gorgeous highlighter. While I do have this on my hand, let me just put it on the high points of my face, on my cheekbone here, and show you how beautiful and lifted this makes your face, and super duper glowy. Do you see that instant shock of glow that you see on my face? This is such a gorgeous highlighter. You can even use this on your lids as an eyeshadow. And overall, I just feel this is this is like a must-have highlighter. If you are looking for a good one, irrespective from the drugstore high-end, this is a highlighter you need to have, guys. And I am stretching it too much, but love this highlighter. Beautiful, non-powdery, non-chunky glitters, and sits so well on the skin. Now, honestly, I can't really get over that glow. I actually took a little bit of a break while I was shooting to click some pictures. It's that bomb, a highlighter. Another suggestion that I have for you, which I used to do back in the days all the time, is as a beginner, if you have an eyeshadow palette, which like this, which is the Wet n Wild one, and if you have colors like this, which is the transition color, you can definitely use this as a bronzer. And then you can also use this right here, which is the highlighter shade, the brow bone shade, as your highlighter for the face. So you don't really need a separate bronzer and a separate highlighter. For blush also, I would highly recommend, if you have a rose pink sort of a lipstick. I used to do that all the time back in the days, you know, in my college days. If ever occasionally I had to wear makeup, I would take my mom's lipstick and just dab it onto my cheeks to give that flush of color. So you don't need to invest into different products. If you are someone who's looking to have multi-uses from one particular product, that's how you can get it. Moving on to a brow product. Now, it's really important to have a brow pencil or any sort of a brow filler in your beginner's kit, because just doing up your brows can really sculpt your face. The one that I have for you here is Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. Now, this has spoolie on one end and the brow pencil on the other. So you have a two-in-one thing here. You don't need a separate brush. Also, this has a great color payoff, and the color in specific is really good if you are my skin or deeper. Now I have very jet black brow hair, so for me this works really well. It is a brown shade. It's neither too dark nor too light. Works perfect for me. The shade that I'm in here is medium brown, and I think this comes in one or two other colors as well. Now I'm going to share with you a couple of eye products, and first has to be an eyeliner. Now an eyeliner is a very important makeup product for me because I love wearing a winged eyeliner. No surprises, because you see me like that in most of my videos. There is a very affordable drugstore eyeliner. I think this is 250 or 300 rupees, matte, and lasts a fairly long time. This is the Maybelline Colossal Bold Eyeliner. Very good, has a great felt tip, and also sits on really well. I made this wing with this eyeliner. Let me swatch this for you on the back of my hand. It is matte, and the tip also is really nice. Obviously this is going to take some time to kind of settle down and become matte, but overall I love the tip. It's super thin. You can very easily create a wing and then go ahead, fill in the wing as well. And for beginners, I feel this is one product that would work really well. Now I could recommend a pen liner to you, which is very beginner friendly, but definitely they are on the higher end of things, anywhere between 700-800 rupees. If you're on a budget, this is something you can definitely look for. The other thing that I highly recommend is having a kohl pencil, any kajal pencil, something that's super duper pigmented, stays on for a while. My most favorite these days has been the plum kajal pencil. I'm going to swatch this. It is so pigmented, guys. It is really a beautiful eye pencil. Doesn't water my eyes. If you have sensitive eyes, this is the one to go for. Also, this comes with a sharpener, so you don't need a separate sharpener. And then with this only, if you don't have an eyeliner, I used to make a wing liner with my kajal back in the days all the time. Since this glides on like butter, this will do the job of lining your lids also really well. Moving on, another makeup essential is having a good mascara. Even if you're someone who doesn't like wearing a kohl or an eyeliner, you can just put a lot of mascara on your eyelashes and it's going to give you a lifted look on your eyes. And you know, a little bit of mascara can go a long way. It can really just keep your eyes nice and open and lifted all day long. I do use a little bit of highlighter on my lids and mascara a lot of times. My most favorite mascara of all times, irrespective of drugstore or high-end, is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. Now this is not just water resistant, it is such a lengthening mascara for your lashes, you guys. If you want that beautiful lengthy lashes, hands down the best mascara there is. And I'm going to show you the brush because the applicator in mascara makes all the difference. This is the kind of applicator that I personally really like, because it not just brushes your eyelashes, it also curls them, also lengthens them. Great mascara. The other option that I have for you is also great. So I'm wearing this on my upper lashes and I have only done one coat, mind you. If I go in with 2 or 3 coats with this, my eyelashes starts to look like falsies and I don't even have very lengthy or thick eyelashes. The next mascara that I have for you is the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. I'm wearing this on my lower lashes. Again, the applicator is really nice. This is a little bit different. Fat at the back and gets pointed at the beginning of the wand. I particularly like this for my lower lashes because this coats the lower lashes really well and then it's not very thick. However, if I go in with, I'm only wearing 1 coat, so if I go in with 2 or 3 coats with this, it's going to make my lower lashes look very thick as well. So I have 2 options here. This is a little bit more affordable than this one, but both are great from the drugstore, so you can take your pick. Now moving on to lipsticks, but honestly if you ask me, I can make a full video just on lipsticks because there are so many options from the drugstore. The drugstore has plethora of options when it comes to lipsticks in specific. So I have actually done a lot of different videos, and you can choose from that. I've done my favorite nude lipsticks, my favorite deep color lipsticks for the Indian skin. On my Instagram, I recently did top 5 affordable nude lipsticks from the drugstore. I also did some festive lipsticks. I'm also planning to do on YouTube a video on my top 10 favorite reds, maybe even affordable and then high-end. Let me know if you'd like to see a video like that. But I do have an option for you from the drugstore, which I feel is the kind of lipstick which is not just super duper affordable, but also great color selection, great formulation. This is the Maybelline Color Sensational lipsticks, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you must already own these lipsticks because, like I said, these are great. Now I have 2 colors here. I am going to show you both the colors. And one is almond pink, the other one is touch of spice. Both of these are my favorite colors, guys, from this particular collection. They are such beautiful everyday kind of nudes. One is a pink nude, one is a brown nude, something that will work on mostly all Indian skin tones. Those are the 2 colors, and they are such beautiful, amazing colors. Now these lipsticks are not super duper matte. They are a little bit of creamy matte sort of a formulation. So however, they really are fairly matte, so you will not see any sheen on your lips. Therefore, I highly recommend these. I think they are $2.99 or something. I have swatched this for you guys. This one is touch of spice, and then you have almond pink right here. Both such beautiful colors. And there are plenty of colors available in this particular range, so you can take your pick. But otherwise, I keep coming up with different lipstick swatches videos from the drugstore. So you can either refer to the ones that I'm going to link here, or let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see any specific ones. Now I have the last product for you guys, and these are makeup setting sprays. Now when it comes to makeup setting spray, honestly, my personal favorite, as you guys already know, is the MAC Fix Plus. I've been using that always. That's a great investment, and something that I've stuck to for the longest time. But if I were to pick up something from the drugstore, there are 2 that I feel are superb. Firstly, you don't even need a proper fixing a makeup setting spray. I feel a good rose water does the job really well for you. It also hydrates your face. So it's hydration plus setting your makeup. The one that I have here is the Kama Ayurveda one. Again, no surprises, one of my favorite rose waters. Now, if you are someone who needs a proper professional makeup setting spray, I can recommend the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is the natural finish one. The only thing with this one is that the pump is not that great, or maybe it's just mine. But overall, this does the job of setting your makeup really well. If you have, if you get your hands on the bottle that has a decent mist, then I think this is the one which is super affordable and also does the job really well. So guys, with that, it's a wrap. I really hope that you found this video helpful and I was able to give you enough options for you to choose from. Also, let me know in the comment section below what are the other makeup videos that you'd like to see from me. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell. And until I see you next, guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye.